one of the great nicknames in Negro Leagues baseball history, and there were some great nicknames, belong to one of the three women who called the Negro Leagues home. My dear friend, the late, great Mamie Peanut Johnson.
My love, we used to move you.
And she was a pitcher in the Negro Leagues with a strong right arm. She earned that nickname when the Monarchs' leadoff hitter looked out and said, "How you expect to get anybody out? You ain't no bigger than a peanut." She was only 5'3", and she promptly struck him out.
You're out.
And she was Peanut from that day on. Born in 1935 in Ridgeway, South Carolina, Mamie Peanut Johnson had always loved the game of baseball. Bish Tyson, who had seen Mamie own the Sandlots there in South Carolina, who thought that she had a little extra something, and he encouraged her to give it a chance to try to play pro baseball. And so she took him up on this and ultimately landed a tryout with the Indianapolis Clowns, the same Indianapolis Clowns team that the legendary Henry Aaron began his career. And of course, by that time, the Clowns had already hired Toni Stone, the first female to play regularly in a male professional baseball league there with the Indianapolis Clowns. And Mamie makes the team, and history would be made, becoming the first female pitcher in professional baseball.
So bases loaded, go-ahead run on first with 2 away, and Peanut Johnson trying to escape this jam. Swings through that one. So the tying run at second. And the 0-2.
Ball. Ball. Down.
Got him. Peanut Johnson gets the K and escapes with the lead intact. Leading off, James Turner.
Peanut Johnson was obsessed with baseball from a young age. She said, "I must have been born with a baseball in my hand." She used to play using a rock wrapped in sticky tape as a ball. Anything to play baseball.
Swing and a miss at a slider. Chris, when Bish Tyson offered Peanut a tryout with the Clowns, he'd been scouting her for 3 weeks. The clincher, she threw a complete game shutout against adult men, and she was just 16 years old.
Missed.
Next one just misses. Ball 1.
It wasn't easy for Peanut playing for the Clowns. The uniforms were shin-length flannel, and when she sweated, it would get heavy and cling to her skin. She said, "I felt like a big wet dog in a heavy blue coat."
Now the number 2 hitter, Eli Mason. Right through there for a strike. This one in the air, center field. Owen moving under this one. 2 up, 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Carl Glass.
Take one.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one. Welcome back to Rickwood Field. Bottom of the second. Sandy Murray now at the plate.
Hee-haw.
Here's the 0-2. Had a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Tom Hayes will hit next.
Hee-haw.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Irvin takes it in for the out. 2 away now. Sam Hughes the next to hit.
I've been in love.
Hee-haw.
No, it's true.
2 down, nobody on.
Since that day,
And a foul ball.
Love is a crazy game, baby.
Got him swinging.
It's how I feel. To make you all so high that it takes so long to heal. Yeah, yeah. Won't you stay with me?
Me being the only woman pitcher out there, hey, that made me know that you are better in this than a whole lot of other people.
Yeah.
Mamie Johnson was a deceptively hard-throwing pitcher. I think that's what surprised a lot of the fellas, because you see this woman and you don't think that she can get it up there, and she got it up there in a hurry. But she also had a great repertoire of pitches, including, along with that fastball, a slider, circle change, and she'd even break off a screwball every now and then. And of course, she learned her curveball from the legendary Leroy Satchel Paige. She posted an incredible 33-8 record over her tenure with the Indianapolis Clowns. I know it's eye-raising, but it's true. And she would often talk about also earning the respect of the fellas. They didn't treat her like a woman playing on the team with them. They treated her like a ball player. And that was, for her, a tremendous badge of honor that went along with a tremendous record that she was able to post while playing in the Negro Leagues.
Okay, all set to go. Number 45 getting ready to hit. That one fouled off. And the 0-1. Now a drag bunt, third base side. Throws to first in time, and the bunt doesn't work out. So digging in, Francis Sutter. Now this is in the air down the line. Yates giving chase. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Here comes the 0-1. Out towards right center field. Yates should have this one. And he makes the catch. 2 away now. Clyde Armstrong will hit next. And it looks like she wants to go through the signs again.
We've talked before about what it meant for Jackie Robinson to integrate the majors. Well, 15-year-old Mamie Johnson was watching on TV when he got his first hit. She said her spine was tingling like a bat hit hard with a blazing fastball.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. When Peanut joined the Clowns for her first training camp, she proved herself by winning her first game. She said, "I knew and my teammates knew that I belong." Peanut Johnson digging in with a chance to add to this 4-0 lead for the Clowns.
Peanut Johnson was breaking barriers way before she joined the Clowns, Boog. When she was 10, she was the first black kid and only girl to play for the Police Athletic League team in her town in New Jersey. Nobody could touch her fastball.
Got her swinging. It's a strikeout. One down. Peanut Johnson next to bat. And it's fouled off. That fastball of Peanut's was her calling card, but she learned a knuckleball early on, too. Her uncle, who was just a few years older than she was, caught her right before she moved off to New Jersey. And there's 2 down. Peanut Johnson now at the plate. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That one gets down for a hit. Back here at Comiskey Park, all set to start the 9th in this one. Peanut Johnson getting ready to hit. Up the middle. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
People wanted to see Mamie Peanut Johnson take the mound. The word had started to spread about this tiny woman who was throwing this blazing fastball and getting these guys out. And so people wanted to naturally see this kind of phenomenon. She drew a huge fan base. Now, was the Clowns motivated by that? Of course they were. It certainly had a marketing slant to it. But what in business doesn't have a marketing slant? But it doesn't diminish the women's ability. Not only was Mamie Johnson a standout pitcher, she was an outstanding utility player. She would oftentimes fill in at second base. She could field her position. Obviously, she had a great arm at that position because she was already pitching. And of course, she could hit. The records kind of reflect somewhere between 260 and 285 over her playing career, which made her more than just a novelty. It made her a ball player.
Two outs, bases full. Taylor digs in now. Comebacker to the mound. Peanut fields. Out number 3, and the Clowns escape the jam. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Sam Little will hit next. Swing and a miss, strike one.
It wasn't enough for Peanut Johnson to break barriers as the only woman ever to pitch at a major league level. During her years playing for the Clowns, she also studied medicine and engineering at New York University.
In there, sets him down on strikes. Strikeout number 8. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Walter Smith. You know, after her playing career, Mamie put that education in medicine to use as a registered nurse, and she did that for the rest of her life. Brings it in. Runner tags for home. Out number 3, and what a job by Peanut Johnson as she gets Indy out of the inning, still leading 6-5. Welcome back to Mulebach Field. Last chance for the home team. Willie Burns digs in now.
You know, when Monet Davis pitched in the Little League World Series in 2014, Peanut was in the stands. They'd actually met a couple of years earlier. Davis calls Peanut one of her biggest inspirations.
Here's the left fielder, Leo Sanders. Swing and a miss.
Big poppin', I realize I'm the gift, so this year
Foul ball.
I've been hearing ching off and a move slick Rick talking, burnt out. 50 million for the catalog I turned down.
This one in the air, center field. Rockwell settles underneath it. Out number 2. So it's their last chance in this one. Stepping in, Ned Newman.
Going crazy on the daily. I don't see a reason why I should stop now. Thought it was at the
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th.
Universe wrote my song, I'm just ad-libbing it. I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. Nah, I don't gotta say too much.
Bets off the plate. Ball 2.
I don't gotta say too much. Let me talk to you. I ain't trying to do too much. I'm trying to stay top 3. Chasing you up.
This could end it.
Connected, I'm obsessed with manifesting.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Ball game. Peanut Johnson slams the door for Indianapolis.
I don't got no time to pass it. Paris Fashion Week, they asking me if we can who the best is. What's the metric? Yes, it's me. Going crazy on the daily. I don't see a reason why I should stop now. Thought it was at the bottom. How you think I feel? Universe.
If you're familiar with the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, that was the league that was the inspiration for the hit film A League of Their Own. Mamie was denied an opportunity to try out because of the color of her skin and the belief that black did not represent beauty. But as fate would have it, she would get an even better opportunity to compete with and against the men in the Negro Leagues with the Indianapolis Clowns. But if you ever saw that film, you might recall one scene near the end of the film where the ball kind of gets loose when they're practicing and this black lady is walking by and she picks it up and she fires it back in and everybody's astounded at how hard she threw the ball. Well, the late, great Penny Marshall directed that film. That was her tribute to Mamie Peanut Johnson.
Baseball gave me a sense of responsibility. I learned to be somebody.
Mamie Peanut Johnson epitomizes the kind of athlete that called the Negro Leagues home. You see, there's been this misnomer that these athletes were vagabonds, tramps, hobos, illiterate. That's not true. Mamie Peanut Johnson studied at NYU, and Mamie Peanut Johnson would have a 3-decade-long career in nursing, helping others, taking care of others. That is what made Mamie Johnson not just a standout baseball player, but a standout human being. That is why her story is such a powerful, prominent story that we are proud to share at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum.
Ready to go now? Now it's the second baseman. Peanut Johnson kicks and delivers to start this ball game. And that's how this game gets started. Foul ball there.
Well, as a player, nothing means more to you than the respect of your peers. For Peanut Johnson, her Clowns teammates became like 26 big brothers to her and Tony Stone. They really held her in high regard.
Next to hit, Walter Smith. That one the other way, in the air to make the catch. 2 down, bases empty. And now the first baseman, Monte West.
That's out.
In 1999, Peanut founded the They Played Baseball Foundation, a nonprofit focused on teaching the game to kids. It also educated them on the history of the Negro Leagues and encouraged good schoolwork. Swings through that. And it's 3 up, 3 down for Peanut Johnson and the Clowns.